Hey, how's it going? My name is Brandon Drake, and I'm the functional nutrition coach here at heartfulfoods.com, and I'll be leading the kickoff call number one, which the whole goal is to tell you what is going to happen for week one so that you could plan for it and exactly what you need to do for the following week. So this is the goal, my objective is to let you know what you need to do and what to expect for the following week. At the very end, what I'll do is when I'm done with my presentation, I'll edit my video and I'll send out a email notice so that you guys who can't make it on live will get a recording so you can listen to it at your own time. So look, I'm thrilled that you've signed up for this 3-week program. This is really going to be a great 3 weeks where you're going to really experience really just big shifts primarily in your energy and secondarily with other benefits that my clients in this program in the past have experienced. So, such things that they've experienced are gradual and healthy weight loss, basically without depriving yourself, due to improved metabolism. For example, you're going to have improved mood and skin, mindfulness and self confidence, just to name a few of the different benefits that will get out of this 21-day or 3-week program. So, look, I offer this cleanse because really it's a key piece, really being able to create a foundation of really stable energy, which is really the first thing you need in order to really kickstart your life long journey of sustainable health and in order to really knock down those existing health barriers. So, when I work with my private coaching clients, this is really the first piece of the healing process, and a lot of programs want to skip these steps and take shortcuts. And look, shortcuts do not exist. And if it did exist, it's not going to be a long-term solution. So a lot of people, when they try to do these quick fix diets, they usually are on a roller coaster ride of going up and down in terms of being healthy, unhealthy, losing weight, gaining weight. And we call that the yo-yo diet. So basically, my goal is to educate you so you don't have to, so that you do experience these long-term results that are actually sustainable. So that is my goal in this particular kickoff call number one. So, just a quick story about me. Just basically, I used to work in the corporate environment. And when I did, towards the end, I was actually working really a lot of hours, anywhere between 10 to 13 hours a day. And the thing is, I actually noticed a little bit of a difference in terms of my energy. I actually had fatigue issues, but I kind of just fought it off and was very, in denial or just wanted to just push through it. Eventually, I went to the doctor and I was diagnosed with prehypertension. I had deficiencies in vitamins and minerals or whatnot. And so that was kind of a wake up call for me to actually just make a lot of changes. I read books, I learned how to cook. Eventually, I quit my job and I got really serious and I actually went to school, functional nutrition school, holistic nutrition and culinary arts school. So basically, after learning all that information, I was able to transform my life to become a lot healthier and function at optimal levels. And I basically started teaching people and started cooking for people, and started seeing changes within me and within the people that I was helping. So it just led me to create this program in which I want to help more and more people when it comes to their health issues. So let's really jump into this. I believe that based on my own experience, like I said before, that when you nourish your body will actually take care of you. And my dad always says, take care of your body and your body will take care of you. Always says it ad nauseum. But look, your genes aren't your destiny. We are in our class to rewrite what our genes desperately want us to negatively express. Well, I believe in epigenetics, which basically means we have the ability to control how our genes really express themselves. And we're here in this class, in this program, to really learn how to express our genes in a positive way, minus all the health issues. So, like I said before, I no longer have any of these health issues. And so that's why I'm basically just trying to share that wealth of information so that you guys could actually continue to thrive. And like I said, in a sustainable way and not taking any shortcuts, but doing it actually the right way. And you're going to be learning in this program how to go about doing it in a gradual way while you're getting pieces of knowledge that you'll be able to apply during the program and beyond the program. So, about this call, I'm going to talk about what to expect during the cleanse, what you'll be eating, and how to meal plan for success. And I'm just going to walk you through a day so that you're fully prepared. Just to how a day works during this program, especially for the first week. And later, I'm going to talk about how to receive your support from me. So we're going to focus on helping you gain energy while also benefiting from gradual and healthy weight loss. And I say gradual because it's 3 weeks, and in order to lose more, it has to occur really in the long run to be healthy. I want people to really learn how to adopt a lifestyle that will allow you to accomplish your goals long term and not short term. But really, in order to get the process started, you'll be decreasing the toxins in your body and increasing nutrients and your ability to absorb nutrients. And as we do those things during this program, you're really going to experience weight loss and an increase in energy. You'll find that you're thinking a lot more clear, sleeping better. These are just some of the outcomes that a lot of my clients have dealt with, in which they become just a lot happier, that the fact that they could sleep better and have more energy. And also, too many people find that they get more done during the day because they have increased mental clarity. And you'll also experience that your skin looks better. And if you're experiencing joint pain, that actually typically does decrease because you're actually cutting down on the inflammatory activities and foods that you're taking in. So during this program, we're actually focusing on 5 steps to removing toxins and gaining energy and preventing weight loss resistance. And these steps are the following. It's basically to increase the oxygen to your cells through really proper nutrition, fluid intake, exercise, and stress management will also improve your results and your health. And also, number 2 is hydration. Hydration by eating water-rich foods, obviously such as water, greens, fruits, vegetables, soups, and you're going to maximize your nutrition, including a lot of wonderful nutrient dense foods. One of those foods is actually dark leafy greens such as kale, collard greens, arugula, cabbage, and bok choy, just to name a few. And we've filled the recipes with these delicious foods that are actually packed with vitamins and minerals to give your body the proper nutrition that it really needs in order to function optimal levels and have that stable energy throughout the day. Also, number 4 is to improve your toxin and waste elimination, basically by reducing acid in your body through food you'll be eating. You'll be supporting your liver and reducing stress. Also, the last one is reducing inflammation by removing common food sensitivities. So there's a lot of common foods that are inflammatory that cause food sensitivities, which then result and manifesting themselves into unwanted chronic symptoms, whether it's joint pain, skin issues, mood disorders. So we're going to remove these common food sensitivities so that you will feel a lot better. So yes, and later on I will post to Facebook the substitutes for these common foods that people are sensitive to, and I'll mention optional. I'll mention in my post that I do on a daily basis, or whenever people ask questions, because people ask questions, I'll answer them, but sometimes I'll actually throw in some tips on the Facebook private group. If it's something that I feel that's really important, I'll put in required, the word actually required in all capitals, telling you that I really want you to read this. And if I say optional in all caps, the word optional, OPTIONAL, that means it's just an addition for you. If you want to read, you can, but I feel like I just want to give you as much information in terms of how to lead a healthier life. So those are the things that I'm going to be posting on the private Facebook group. So I'll start any my posts with either optional or required, so that you know whether you need to read it or not, because I know a lot of people are very, very busy and we lead busy lives. So I just want to make sure that you know whether you really need to read it or not. So look, this program is actually designed in 3 phases. It's 1 week per phase. So phase one obviously is the first week, which is week one, which starts this Monday, and that's referred to as phase one. This is really when we get into preparation for the cleanse by eliminating refined foods and stimulants. And then phase two, this is the second week of the program. This is where you'll eliminate animal protein, basically to further lighten the load on the liver and to help you detoxify. So digestion is really the most stressful process in the body, and digesting meat is the most stressful bodily processes for digestion. So therefore, we want to give your body a rest so that it could focus more of its energy on repair and recovery during the second week. So like I said before, it's really giving your body a rest so that your detox organs like your liver, kidneys, and lymphatic system can really optimize the detoxification functionality by giving these organs a chance to really remove toxins that are backed up within your body. So there's like a traffic jam, and basically your body needs all that energy to be focused on this detoxification, so that it's good to not eat so much meat, because all your energy will be directed at helping your bodily increase the functionality of detoxification. And then phase three, this is really the third week of the program. And it's obviously another important phase. This is where you're going to start adding foods back. It's also where you're really going to get a lot of information about how you feel and how the foods are affecting you. So phase three is really the part where you're actually personalizing your lifestyle and your diet, because everybody is different, and one person's healing food can really be another person's inflammatory food. That's why I don't believe in fad diets or trends, because there is really no one size fits all diets, and we are nowhere near a one size fits all person or individual or human being. We're all different, and I believe you are doing yourself really a disservice by following a fad diet. So phase three is where you're really going to be personalizing what is going to be best for you and only you. So the foods that you will enjoy. So we'll go to that one first. So things like fish, especially like small non-predatory species such as sardines, herring, and wild salmon, cod, and sole, lean white chicken, preferably organic, and eggs, preferably pasture raised, fresh or frozen fruit, ideally berries and only organic, and fresh vegetables. There's really no limit on the amount of vegetables you could eat. So if you have questions about different types of vegetables that you're not really sure about, please ask questions on the Facebook group, because I will respond. I'm also too not only a functional nutrition coach, but a therapeutic chef, and I also work with people where I have to work around their limitations. And so I'm used to making a lot of substitutes for different things. Like I had a client that couldn't do onions and garlic, which is like the base of eating good food. So I had to work around that and still was able to make things taste good. So if you have any questions related to substituting foods, please ask that, because it's knowledge that I've obtained that I know I could provide about something of value to you when you do ask those. And also too, with fresh vegetables, try to eat at minimum 4 cups per day or more. And also too, what's good is legumes. Legumes are like lentils, any kinds of beans, brown rice and quinoa is good. And during phase two, you'll limit it to 1 to 1.25 cup. And also too, what I'll do is for the rice, there's actually really easy way to make rice, super easy. Every time it comes out the right way, and you don't even need a rice cooker. You just use your pot. And I'll also in the future be posting a quick video on how to actually make perfect rice. Other good things that you are going to eat. I'm going to go through this list really quick because I want to get through it within an hour. Unsalted raw nuts and seeds, no peanuts, because peanut is a common inflammatory food. You can eat flax seeds, lemon, organic obviously, and do not purchase pre-squeezed lemon juice. It leaches the pre-squeezed stuff actually leaches chemicals and possible preservatives. So you want the actual fruit itself. And also to a lemon and olive oil cocktail. which is basically 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil mixed with a half a squeezed lemon. And that's something that you're going to be doing I believe in week 2. And the reason why is basically it promotes and enhances the liver detoxification and improves bile flow and production. Bile is basically the I guess the substance that helps to break down fat so that you could digest fat properly. Also, to what's good is vegetable broth, organic and sugar-free, sea vegetables, avocado. These are all the good, different types of good foods that you're going to be eating throughout the 2-week program. Olive oil, coconut oil, raw apple cider vinegar, herbal teas, unsweetened cranberry juice. So those are the good ones. You know, there's just a sample of the good ones. Obviously, when you refer to the guides and to the recipe guides, you'll see all that information. And the foods that are a no, like the foods that you should be avoiding. So we're going to go through some of the foods in phase 1, the first week of the cleanse. We're going to start really eliminating inflammatory foods from our diet. And this list is in your guidebook, and it's in the file. It starts with 05. So when I refer to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I named all the files that you get, 01, 02, 03. So it's in the 05 file. So don't worry about getting this all down as I talk about it. So what we're going to eliminate in phase 1 or week 1 is obviously sugar. That includes white sugar, cane sugar, dehydrated cane juice, brown sugar, honey, maple syrup, high fructose corn syrup, sucrose, glucose, maltose, dextrose, lactose, corn syrup, white grape juice concentrate. Don't worry, that list is on, should be in your documentation, and I just want to list it out so that you're aware, so that when you hear this video or watch this video, you'll know. Sugar alcohols such as sorbitol, mannitol, xylitol, or maltol not allowed. And like I said, I'm going through the list of foods that are not allowed and shouldn't be consumed actually even after the program. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, natural sweeteners. Stevia is okay to include, so stevia is a yes. The continuing on with the foods to avoid is alcohol, caffeine, except green tea, yeast, baker's and brewer's yeast, fermented foods including vinegar, except raw apple cider vinegar is the only thing that is allowed, because it's made of the mother culture, which consists of really friendly bacteria that can contribute to gut health. Continuing the no list or the avoid list is dairy products, soy products. However, the soy products that are allowed are fermented soy, such as miso, tempeh, which is a fermented tofu, and gluten-free tamari are okay. Continuing on with the avoid list is dried fruits such as dates, prunes, raisins, figs, gluten, anything made with wheat. So gluten is basically a substance that allows wheat to be kind of chewy. So you want to avoid gluten and all flour products. You want to continue to avoid corn, nightshade plants, and nightshade plants include tomatoes, white potatoes, eggplants, and bell peppers. Obviously, peanuts, refined oils, and hydrogenated fats such as margarine. Basically, these oils are kind of like giving your body bad oil in order for it to function properly. And also, too, it actually limits fat burn. So you want to avoid these oils, refined oils, and hydrogenated fats such as margarine. Obviously, you want to avoid stimulants. Obviously, caffeine and sugar is included in stimulants. Processed foods or food additives, fast food, junk food, any food that comes in a box, a package, or is commercially prepared, you usually want to avoid it like 99.9% of the time. And I basically live by these food concepts on a daily basis beyond just the 21-day program. People see it as restrictions, but later on they see it as basically freedom from the addiction and freedom from feeling under the weather, never functioning at 100%. These are the inflammatory ingredients, inflammatory foods that are contributing to all your issues, whether it's nagging symptoms or whatever the case may be. These foods are things that you should be avoiding during the program, but beyond the program, because eventually you will wean yourself off this, because you will feel so much better and you won't want to go back to these foods because of how they're going to make you feel. So that's just the running list of foods to avoid and foods to enjoy. And like I said, That extensive list is in document 05. It starts with 05, and so you'll see exactly what document is. If you received the package, if you didn't receive the package of documents, please email me. But most likely everybody, I make sure everybody got that email. So I've provided, oops, let's see, foods you enjoyed. So, okay, I provided meal plans, and those meal plans are in document 04, and shopping lists and recipes that you can actually use during the program. The recipes are delicious. Everybody really loves them, and everybody loves that they're tasty and they're convenient and easy to make. So you're, like I said, you're going to like them, and trust me, my cleanse participants are really amazed at how delicious the food is and how satisfied they are. And many of the recipes become favorites they continue to make even after the cleanse is over. And you have two choices when it comes to the food. You can use a meal plan and the recipes, or you can do what I call as quote unquote off-roading. And it's simply, you basically simply just follow the food rules in terms of what's in and what's out, basically what's allowed and what's not allowed. And basically you could create your meals based on that. So however you want to do it, you could either follow the meal plan, or you could just follow the rules and freestyle or off-road and make the meals to abide by those rules and regulations, which are going to help you to thrive when it comes to your health. And look, you could actually do a mix of the recipes and of off-roading. So it's really up to you and really what will work best for you. And look, I do encourage you to use at least some of the recipes because they are delicious and they're really packed with nutrient dense foods that we want you to have to help you gain energy and lose weight gradually on a permanent basis, along with many other health benefits that you experience. So, when it comes to the meal plans, this is just an example of how you can use the recipes throughout the program. You absolutely do not have to follow this meal plan. In fact, I recommend you look through the recipes and pick out the ones that really look good to you. And if you want less food prep and you don't mind eating the same foods, you might pick maybe like 2 breakfasts to eat during the week and alternate them, maybe 2 lunches to alternate them, and 3 dinners and continue to alternate them. Really take some time and really sit down with the recipes and figure out what will work best for you. So you do not have to follow it to a T. You can mix it up with the recipes in the meal plan and then mix it up with whatever kind of freestyle or off-roading you want to do, as long as you abide by the rules in terms of avoiding the inflammatory ingredients. And also too, in my past sessions or my past cleanses, people asked about hummus brands, and I also too, I'll give you that I'll provide that information in the Vitality Cleanse Facebook private group. And also too, I'll provide a recipe, which is a simple recipe if you have time to make on your own. But if you don't have time to make it on your own, I have actually recommended brands that I'll share on the private Facebook group. So don't worry about that. And also too, hummus is great because it actually forces you to actually eat more vegetables, because you have something to actually dip your vegetables in, and it actually tastes really good. So you don't have to really do anything with your vegetables other than eat it raw or roast the vegetables. And having that hummus to dip it in actually encourages you to eat more vegetables, which is definitely a good thing to do. So when it comes to okay, so yes, so I talked about the meal plans. And look, this is just a typical day during phase one or week one. So upon rising, you're basically just going to take a few minutes, whether it's 2 to 5 minutes, to stretch and practice deep breathing to replenish yourself. You're going to hydrate with purified water with the juice of about a half a lemon. And the reason why you do water with half a lemon, there's actually detoxification benefits. It helps you basically peel away the waste and toxins from your body. It cleanses the liver. It improves digestion, and vitamin C within the lemon actually boosts your immunity. And I know a lot of people want to strengthen their immune system, so that's one way to do it, especially if you do it on a daily basis. And another thing that you can do that I tell people to experiment with is dry brushing or a hot towel scrub. So basically, this stimulates the lymphatic system. So basically, lymph fluid allowed to flow to the lymph nodes in the body so that the security or the immune system can attack antigens. So basically, the lymph system is essentially, it's really the unknown circulatory system that's not really talked about a lot. Basically, the lymph nodes are like stations that contain some of your white blood cells, and the lymph fluid actually will flow through to those security stations referred to as the lymph nodes. And what happens is the lymph nodes contain the white blood cells or security guards, and they'll check the liquid to make sure there's actually no antigens or pathogens or viruses. And if there are, then they'll help to destroy them. So you want to actually stimulate your lymphatic system so it helps strengthen your immune system. So another thing is you want to exercise in whatever way that feels appropriate, because also too that when you move around, it stimulates the lymphatic flow, which I talked about previously, where the lymph fluid is only moves around when you actually move around. So when you're working out, you're walking, doing something, the lymph fluid will start moving around, allowing your white blood cells within your lymph nodes to actually attack and make sure that it filters out all the bad stuff out of your lymphatic fluid, because that fluid will eventually go back into your blood and your blood circulatory system to flow. So you want to make sure to get rid of all those unwanted pathogens and viruses and bacteria. And the one way to do that is to get to moving and do any kind of movement exercise that is actually right for you, that you think that you're going to be doing on a consistent basis, that's actually fun. And also too, sweating helps to eliminate toxins. So that's definitely one thing that you want to keep in mind as you're moving around and figuring out what exercise is going to be best for you. And you're going to take a probiotic and vitamin C or ester C. Basically, it strengthens your immune system. And ester C is for those who have a sensitive stomach and helps to flush toxins and cleanse the liver. So if you can't do vitamin C, then ester C is good for you if you have a sensitive stomach. And probiotics also strengthen the immune system, and it helps to improve digestion and is responsible for creating a healthy gut microbiome, which is basically the microbiome is a healthy community of beneficial bacteria in your gut and your intestines, in your large and your small intestines. And the makeup of your gut will actually determine how healthy you are, because there are some bad bacteria that actually cause the manifestation of unwanted chronic symptoms. So you want to make sure to take a good probiotic so you're giving yourself beneficial probiotic and good bacteria to help your gut health and help your overall health. And for breakfast, obviously you're going to have you optional. This is optional. You can have green tea limited to 2 cups per day, or have water and lemon. And you're gonna choose the breakfast option of your choice. And that option, you'll see several options within the recipe guidebook. And during the mid morning, obviously, you got to continue to hydrate with water or water with lemon. And you're going to take a standing forward bend or taking a walking break, because you want to move around. Like I said, it stimulates the lymphatic system, which actually helps get your immune system to start working properly to make sure to get rid of those toxins within your lymphatic system. And also to a smoothie or a snack of your choice if you actually do need one and are hungry in mid-morning. And then during lunch, you're going to hydrate. As you notice, all the time you're going to be hydrating. You always want to stay hydrated. When you lack energy during the day, most of the time you reach for sugar, and then one of the reasons why you lack energy is because you're dehydrated. And instead of consuming sugar, drink water or eat food filled with fiber and protein, like mixed nuts with berries or any of the snacks listed on the meal plan. So, when hydrated, your metabolism increases, therefore, you burn more calories faster and you gain more energy. And during the lunch, it's basically the option of your choice. So go ahead and choose whatever lunch options you have within the recipe guide, or go ahead and off-road and do your own lunch, whatever is best for you, as long as you follow the guidelines. And optional is detox tea. One of the teas that I actually do recommend, it's called Smooth Move, sorry. It's actually good for constipation. So if you have constipation issues, then Smooth Move is good. But if you don't worry about taking Smooth Move. Other detox tea options are nettle, helps to control blood sugar, dandelion, which is basically good for digestion and liver detoxification. And during the afternoon, like I said, this is a consistent thing you're doing, is hydration. You could have a smoothie or a snack of your choice if you actually need one and you're hungry. And another optional drink that you could consume is detox tea. And then during dinner, actually before dinner, you're going to continue to hydrate with lemon, water preferably, or regular water. And then for dinner, you're gonna basically pick the dinner option of your choice from the recipe guide, or you can go off-roading and make sure to follow within the guidelines of the cleanse. And before bed, this is actually really important. Not everybody does this, but I highly recommend that people try one of these options to help you to relax before bed. It's either a toxin eliminator bath or a foot bath with Epsom salt and essential oils of your choice. Basically, the minerals help draw out toxins, it soothes the muscles, it promotes circulation, it relaxes you, and it promotes really a good sleep. And the details of a toxin eliminator bath and a foot bath, one or the other, choose one, are in document 06, which relates to toxins. And before bed, you could actually take 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds or chia seeds and 6 ounces of water, which is roughly 2/3 a cup of water, to stimulate morning elimination. Only do this if you're constipated. So basically, the 2 tablespoons of ground flax or the 2 tablespoons of chia seeds with some water actually helps stimulate elimination. And like I said, you only take this if you are constipated. And also, too, before bed, give gratitude, for 2 minutes, name all the things that you're grateful for journaling, because you don't want to be stressed out when before going to sleep, because you're probably not going to get a good night's sleep. So that's definitely a good thing. And then also, too, a good thing to do is journal about your energy levels. And really, the journal is actually document 01, client journal. It's actually really good to journal because you could actually see your progress as time progresses, and you could later look back in the beginning and see how much better you felt compared to day one in comparison to whatever day you're on. So it's actually really good to do journals so that you could actually see your progress. And look, if you're eating animal protein, it's basically good to give your liver a break. You want to do that between 10 and 3 p.m. to consume animal protein. I also highly recommend that you only eat organic or clean foods to help reduce the toxins that are going into your body, because you want to limit the toxins going into your body, because you want to give your body all the non-toxic stuff so that has enough energy to actually deal with the existing toxins that are already within your body. So you don't want to add an additional toxic burden to your body, because it's really working to eliminate those existing toxins. And it's ideal to space your meals out from 3 to 4 hours apart. This really allows your body to tap into and begin to burn fatty tissue that is storing toxins. So you have a lot of fatty tissue that is storing toxins. So if you eat between 3 to 4 hours apart, it gives your body time to actually remove these toxins that are stored in your fatty tissue, and also to allows you to burn fatty tissue. And eat your evening meal at least 2 to 3 hours before going to bed to ensure that you are not still digesting when your body needs its rest and renewal. So the body, but particularly the liver, does some serious detoxing at night. This is why staying up past midnight, a party with alcohol and or drugs, is really particularly really destructive to the liver. Also, to help replenish your body, I highly recommend you doing yoga or meditation or some kind of breathing exercises. If you have the ability to go to a sauna a couple times a week, please do that, because the more you can sweat or do any kind of hot yoga or something like that along the lines, the more you're going to help start getting the toxins to release and be excreted out of your body. And as you're eliminating these foods that actually create inflammation, your body is actually going to start releasing these toxins. And you want to make sure that your body gets the toxins out instead of finding other places for it to be stored. And sweating is a really important for that. Sweating is really important for getting toxins out of your body. And breathing exercises are also going to be a great way for your body to get oxygen to your cells to help them to get stronger. There's also some kind of activity, it's called, I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of it, it's called lymphosizing. It's basically a way of doing exercises that you get your body to go up and down, similar to like a mini trampoline, or even running and jump rope. With those type of exercises, well, look, with those type of exercises, what happens is, because you're going up and down, gravity is actually working to help pull the toxins out. it's kind of like squeezing those toxins out of your cells. And if you think about when something is going up and down because of the gravity, it's kind of making your cells move in a way that's really helping to squeeze a little bit of those toxins out. So you don't have to do a lot of moving during the program, but trying to do just a little bit each day is really going to help remove some of those toxins on a daily basis. So that's definitely a good thing to do, even if you can't do the actual lymphocyzing exercises, such as jumping on a trampoline. You could actually just move around, walk, do a light run, yoga, any kind of movement helps with your lymphatic system, and helps for detoxing, and helps for increasing sweat, because when you sweat, you remove those toxins from your body, which is definitely a good thing to do. And another thing that's going to help you quite a bit is also chewing. So if you chew more slowly, you will basically increase the enzymes in your food, because digestion starts in the mouth. Your stomach will basically spend less time breaking down the food and will be more efficient in your intestines. So this happens when you actually take your time to chew your food more. And also, to staying hydrated is really going to be very important, as we talked about, as I continue to beat that in my head and other people's head, to make sure you stay hydrated, because when you're hydrated, it optimizes your organs and increases metabolism, helping you burn more calories. So really take this time to focus on yourself and really nourish yourself, and take good care of yourself, and be very mindful of how food is affecting you. And because you're removing foods from your diet that you may be accustomed to eating, you find that your body will start fighting you for all this food and wanting to put it back into your diet. And we call that food withdrawal addiction. So some of the signs of this would be bad breath and constipation. Some people, they'll feel achy. Some people might think that they're coming down with like a flu. You could feel a lot of fatigue. Headaches are pretty common. Your hunger may increase in the first couple of days, but you can always add in one of the delicious snacks during in the meal plan, and your moods may get a little irritable. Your skin may get itchy. You might feel nauseous, and some of these things happen because due to your gut microbiome makeup. And like I said, the gut microbiome is your community of microorganisms and bacteria that are living within your small and large intestines. And basically what happens is your these bad bacteria that are living within your gut, they're actually used to eating these unhealthy foods, and they want and they crave these unhealthy foods in order for them to stay alive. And if they don't get these foods, they're going to go through something called a temper tantrum, and they send messages to your brain to actually crave these foods. They start acting out, and sometimes you might start manifesting unwanted chronic symptoms, which I just described, about feeling achy, having bad breath, and constipation. So they're doing everything in their power to make sure that you succumb to their desires. And so basically, they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that they get fed, but you don't want to feed them, because eventually they're going to die off, and then you'll be able to function even better. So that's the one thing that you want to keep in mind. And basically, like I said, all these different negative symptoms, they're all signs that your body is really starting to detoxify. Like I said, it's starting to detoxify, and it's starting to kill off the bad bacteria, but also that your body is really fighting is fighting you and has that food addiction. And that relates to, again, to the bacteria that is actually fighting you and sending messages for you to succumb. It's addicted to something that you're eliminating. These are just typical signs of withdrawal. So just so you know, and all I can say is, for some people it takes a day, other people could take 3 to 5 days. If you're experiencing any of this, be sure to reach out in the private Facebook group so that I can support you. And look, you're not in this alone. I tell everyone 2 to 4 days worth of suffering is really worth a lifetime of optimal health and function, to avoid all the chronic health conditions in your later years. So I continue to tell that to people. 2 to 4 days worth of suffering is worth having optimal health for the rest of your life. So and like I said, if you have any questions, please post to the private Facebook group, because I look at that on a daily basis. I want to make sure I support you to make sure that you stay on track. So look, spend some time this weekend really getting organized, and set yourself up for success next week. this upcoming week, week one, phase one. So print out the meal plan, which is document 04, and recipes and shopping lists, and make your own meal plan and shopping list and go shopping and get your kitchen stocked with foods that you'll be eating. So really go through the recipe guide and see what you like and what you think is best for you, and go ahead and go shopping. And basically I try to set everything up where I make it as easy as possible for you, where I have everything laid out in terms of the meal plan, the shopping list, and everything. But if you want to freestyle, please be my guest. It's totally up to you. But if you don't want to freestyle, I have everything laid out in detail so you know exactly what you need to do on a daily basis. And number two, you want to make sure you start removing foods. One thing I recommend is really removing foods that you won't be eating during the cleanse, so that you don't have easy access to them, so they don't tempt you. And also number three is really print out the daily protocol, which is document number two. Yes, I believe it's 02. Some people like to print out a couple copies, one to keep in the bathroom, in the bedroom, or you could just access it on your phone. It's electronic, so you could see it. Basically, I want you to be able to see it in the morning and the night, so that you know exactly what to do during the day. Because basically that daily protocol helps you stay on track and tells you exactly what you need to do on a daily basis. And another important thing is journaling. After this call or sometime before Monday, you'll want to complete the assessment in the journal, which is basically designed to help you see where you're at right now. I really want you to be able to see the progress you made in 3 weeks so that you could look back at your health status at the start of the program, so you could see the change between back then, 3 weeks ago, and currently now, because you will see that those changes and that progression that you're making when it comes to your overall health. And some of it is about body composition, some of the journaling, and a lot of it is about really symptoms that you may not even be paying attention to. The reason why I want you to take the time to fill out the assessment is because you may be actually very surprised by the end of the process to find out that the symptoms that you thought were normal feelings you should have are actually being caused by foods or something in your environment. And that's really great information to have to equip yourself with, because you're really getting to really know your body and your mind a lot better. And once you know that, you know how to really manage it. And toxins are also built up by the way we're feeling too. I encourage you to really think about what you want to get out of this program. How do you want to feel when you're done? There's a section in the journal for you to really take the time each day to really journal and to keep track of how you're eating and how you're feeling. Basically, I want you to do this so that you could see that progression that you're making. So I am really here to support you every day, and our private Facebook group is a place to reach out for support. So if you have any questions or are struggling with something, let me know in the private Facebook group, and I'll be there a couple times each day checking in. So this is also a place to celebrate how you're doing and how you're feeling with each other, with yourself and with each other. I would really love to see everybody supporting each other and cheering each other on. And really, that's what I'm going to be doing in the private Facebook group, is on a daily basis, as 2 to 3 4 times a day. I'm checking it to see if anybody has questions, and if I have time, I will throw in some tips and tricks that you will be able to use that's actually beneficial for you. But for the most part, my primary goal is to answer any questions that you may have, so that I could support you and that you stay on track and you know exactly what you need to do on a daily basis. So additional calls, you could refer to the in the future. These are the two calls on Friday, October 30th, at 12:15, and Tuesday. Those are the remaining two calls that you have. And the same thing, what I'll be doing is I'll be telling you exactly what to expect for the Friday, October 30th. I'll tell you what to expect for the second week. And Tuesday, November 10th, I'll tell you what to expect for the last week. And again, I'll have opportunity for people to ask me any questions. So yeah. And look, I'm actually going to be available pretty much every day, Monday through Saturday. Sundays are the only days where I'm not available. I'm actually trying to have my own free time, because look, having free time is very also too very healthy to have, rather than working all the time. So Sundays are my off days, but Monday through Saturday, I'll definitely will be checking the private Facebook group and answering whatever questions. Um, and look, I'm really thrilled that you are prioritizing yourself in this way. And remember, I always stress to people, I'm here to support you. So please post your questions to the private Facebook group. So I appreciate your guys' time. If you have any questions after this call, if you don't want to ask them now, that's totally cool. You could please post your questions to the private Facebook group. And also to, within about an hour, hour and a half, I'll be sending out a recording of this particular video. So if you need to re-listen to it and rewatch it, that's totally fine with me. I'll be sending out an email to the people on the list. And yeah, I appreciate your guys' time. Uh, in the meantime, you guys, I'm not going to say good luck because I know you guys could do it because everything is laid out for you. And like I said, I'm here to support you. So please ask me questions. And like I said, you'll be getting an email shortly. And yeah, you guys have a good rest of your day, a good weekend, and I look forward to touching base with you for these next 3 weeks via